Aquarius, this is your September forecast. And listen, I find your chart a little interesting here this month, as it is for many of us. We got all these retrogrades going on, but in your chart, let me just briefly run through those retrogrades because they're not moving swiftly. They're actually sitting pretty still at the degrees they are, and just stirring up a lot of things. It's like for your home-related projects, I can see a lot of you Aquarius have been through a stage of change, right? Wanting to change up your modus on your day-to-day. And the change is really, really good, especially because you have just started here in 2021 a new 12-year cycle. Jupiter in your first house. So you're expanding who you are and you're looking at how you can change things up in your foundation, which is the fourth house, where things at home are in constant flux and change, which is good. That is just releasing a whole ton of new energy. But as you're trying to expand your life, Saturn also is retrograde, kind of like contracting it. You've taken on more responsibility here this year. So in that responsibility, you're also questioning yourself as far as your finances go, Aquarius. And that is because Neptune is also retrograde, slowing things down in the area of your income source. You might feel like you're dangling in the middle of your matrix, but it's okay. You will survive, okay? It's just hanging in there, holding your faith, because the universe is working on getting things together for you that you have no clue of quite yet, how it's going to come together. But in this listening state, Pluto in your 12th house, also retrograde, that's your inner universe. That's you asking the right questions to source. That's you redefining the spiritual sense of who you are and why you are making the changes that you're making today. Right? So it's really a big leap of faith. 5 planets retrograde. Adding to the mix here in September is Mercury. Mercury rules communication. That's in your 9th house. So let me ask you this, Aquarius, and I think this goes for a lot of you, if not all of you, but for a lot of you, it's like you're amping up your inner dynamic self, okay? It's as if your higher mind is now connecting to source. You're asking the right questions. And I'm not saying necessarily to people around you. It's all about you asking the right questions to yourself. This is where guidance will come. The 9th house is the house of philosophy, of religion, of spirituality, and so forth. So I see a lot of curiosity going on here. You can have some great communications with your inner or higher self, with source, or with people that you connect with that can share that same dynamic. Mercury is great here because the communications are very deep. They're very philosophical, and there's a lot of love connected to it. And why do I say that? Well, Venus, which rules love, but also values, also money, right? But values. Venus is now transiting through the sign of Libra, which it rules, so it's double whammy there. It's extra strong, right? And there's balance and there's harmony in these conversations where Venus and Mercury are working together in this area of your chart. So when Mercury retrogrades, it is going to start its retrograde in this 9th house, but it's going to go back into the 8th house. And I can see for a lot of you Aquarians, you have been questioning, where is the money? Right? Where is it coming in? Where is it going out? There's been a lot of financial issues weighing on you since we have the sun, we have the new moon, we got Mars there. Mercury has been there in August. We'll go back into this area. So I could see how you're going to be speculating about your finances, especially when it comes to investments. Are they good investments? Will they pay off in the long run, right? But it can also rule commissions, so you want to pay attention to that as well. Let's talk about the new moon. The new moon is taking place on September 7th. For you, Aquarius, that is showing up in this area of the 8th house and finances. Not necessarily your day-to-day, month-to-month income. That's more the 2nd house. This is your savings or monies that you have with partners, investors, and so forth. If you're wanting to up this area so it could be a little bit more extravagant, because I can see how you're pushing. You're really pushing with Mars now and your solar energy to kind of create a breakthrough. This is a month that you really do want to focus on setting that straight. This new moon can help you for a whole entire year if you place your intentions of that nature on the 7th. For example, if you want to change your securities, your savings, your investments, let that be your mantra on the 7th, okay? And see how that's going to work for you as we progress throughout these oncoming months. You will see that it's going to work like magic. The sun is moving through this area of September. That's you. That's how you radiate. You're looking at values, shared values. Of course, not all values is money. It could be other intimate values that you have with your partner, your significant other. You might feel it's deeper. Something is deepening with your significant other. Mars is there too, and that was the ancient ruler of this house. So you might feel that passion is running high here in September, which that already started in August, okay? Something in August started awakening, should I say, wanting to express this passion. And passion could be so many things, right? But yes, so you have that working for you. I'm really happy to see it, especially when it comes to engaging your higher mind, this 9th house energy. Mercury only goes through here once a year, so does Venus. So whatever you're initiating and starting right now, Aquarius, even when these planets move out of this area, doesn't mean they're going to stop functioning in this. But what you're starting now is going to follow you as you progress further into the year and into next year until the next time they show up in this area. So I feel things are coming together for you. You're feeling whole. You're feeling that. And I think because of the slowdown of the pandemic and a lot of worldly things kind of like fizzle away, it's all about our internal, inner universe. What is important to us, right? How do we measure that? And how do we find an attunement of balance between ourselves and people out there who are like-minded that kind of like hits on those inner spiritual strings, right? We were talking about the moon, so I will mention the full moon. This month will take place September 27th. That was Mercury Retrograde. September 27th to October 19th. Those 3.5 weeks, be careful what you communicate, how you communicate. There can be misunderstandings, slowdowns. If you're going to be traveling, you might feel there could be delays. Mercury Retrograde, September 27th to October 19th. That full moon, let's get back to that. For you here, Aquarius, that's going to be in your 2nd house of your income, your monthly income. You might feel that something is coming to a conclusion. Maybe you've been waiting for a certain event to take place. Hopefully it will come in here on the 20th. It's hitting at 28 degrees in Pisces. So if you have any other planets in your own personal chart, you will see how this full moon is going to be pinging off on them as well and giving you some really, really good results. So that's the short and the skinny for this month of September. Right now, running through August, I just have a little daily upload for you guys called Today's Horoscopes. It's just a short video. They call them shorts and they only run for 1 minute, just giving a very condensed insight of our day-to-day motions. So you might want to hit the notification bell if you're wanting to get those updates. They should be right online for you when you get up and get your morning coffee before you start your day. So listen, I'll see you next month. Have a good one. Bye now, Aquarius.